Time now, 6:41. Earlier this morning, we talked about things to avoid, or the hidden dangers, if you will, at garage sales.
So we also want to talk about the home runs, the stuff experts say you can make a buck on, or maybe just find something you don't want to give up. 7 Action News reporter Matthew Smith live in Ferndale now. And Matt, it can be really exciting to find some good steals at garage sales.
Yeah, I think if we find something that's cheap but it has a lot of value, whether we're decorating our home or we want to flip it for some extra cash this summer, it's a great opportunity. So I went to the experts here at Detroit Artisans. Believe it or not, they find some of their stuff at garage sales and estate sales, but they say you have to be very careful and think your buys through. Ever since the success of shows like American Pickers and Pawn Stars, it seems like everyday garage sales are being picked over like nobody's business. Sure, you can find a rally goose, but can you find valuable stuff?
We just carry a little bit of everything.
According to the folks over at Detroit Artisan, absolutely.
We have restaurants that come in always looking for signs. We've got this big giant Verner's, which is pretty hard to get.
Joey Sturgill just made this find, a vintage Verner's sign. In fact, that's a big seller, signage.
Like your Fago and your Verner's, that's a little bit easier. But it's getting harder and harder to find the older stuff.
Don't fret about the rust if the advertising is visible. Do consider your market. In Detroit, auto stuff sells big.
We've got a ton of vinyl.
Digital music was king, but now old music is coming back.
There's a generation of people coming up that just want to hear it on vinyl.
What's really selling well right now is furniture.
If it's lightweight and it's practical and it's also retro, then it's a winner.
Honestly, the key here is nostalgia, resaleability, and need. But as Tom Kerr explains, you have to be aware of reproductions that you're paying big money for.
You're not quite sure what it is, pull your phone out, Google it, or check eBay.
That means taking your time, and rushing seems to be a big issue.
We go to sales all the time, and people are rushing through things and grabbing stuff, and we always, I was in a estate sale last week for 2 hours.
If you look hard, you'll find those treasures. Because if you can't tell,
this little area right here is industrial. We have a lot of signs.
There's a whole lot out there. And the folks here at Detroit Artisans certainly have a lot of that stuff. If you are lazy like myself, you could pay full price for it. They are more than willing to have your business out here in Ferndale. But we also talked this morning about the things you need to avoid. There are pitfalls of garage sales, and I'm not just talking about stinky shoes that I know the women on the anchor desk like to talk about maybe being a bargain, but we're also talking about dangerous things as well. So check out the website, WXYZ.com. I know I'm going to keep throwing shade at you guys all day. I don't care if they're designer shoes. They don't belong to be bought and put on somebody else's foot.
I'm just saying, if they're gently used, gently worn, I might consider.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Other people would side with you, I'll admit it.
Kevin likes stinky shoes too.
Love them.
Thank you, Matthew. Appreciate you just sharing.